Hello and welcome. My name is Mallory Erickson. I'm an executive coach and fundraising consultant and the creator of the Power Partners Formula. I am excited to talk to you today about assets. Okay, what are assets? So here's a little bit of a backstory. I feel like in the nonprofit sector, I see us all the time talk about the idea of scarcity and abundance, right? And we talk about the scarcity mindset that is baked into the nonprofit sector. That is totally true. But I also recognize that when you're feeling a sense of scarcity, to try to think abundantly is quite challenging, right? You're feeling this sense of scarcity and somebody's just like, think abundantly. And you're like, okay, well, what does that mean, right? So as I started to really grapple with that and think about the ways that I've been able to shift from scarcity to abundance and the way that I help my clients shift from scarcity to abundance, I realized that I do this process that I now call asset mapping. So assets are the things inside your organization that are of value that you may have never considered before as things of value. Things like the skill sets of your staff members, or thought leaders on your board of directors, or the number of people on your email list, or the amount of traffic to your website, right? There are different types of assets that align with different types of funders. You have some assets that corporate funders would be really interested in creating strategic partnership around. You have other assets that foundations are more aligned with, right? Let's say you have really strong impact data around solving an issue that a foundation is looking to solve. That's an asset for your relationship with that foundation. And then there are other assets that align even better with individuals, right? So let's say that you have opportunities for individuals to get involved in the organization in some way that's beneficial to the mission, that's really community-centric and driven, right? That's an asset to your organization in terms of your relationships with individual funders. So assets with my clients and inside the Power Partners Formula, the course, I do this process called asset mapping, where I have you list out every single thing of value inside your organization, really everything inside your organization. Now I want you to just take a step back. So I want you to go do this after you watch this video, okay? I want you to list everything of value inside your organization. And then I want you to think about, take a step back and really sink into that. Look at everything you have to offer in addition to the incredible programs that your nonprofit runs, okay? You have so much to offer in terms of your strategic partnerships with different types of funders. You can even take that list of assets, let's say you put it in an Excel document, and in the column over, write down what the sponsorship benefit associated with that asset might be. And then you might even be able to see how much value you're giving your sponsors for different types of engagements. One of the biggest problems I see out there is that people price their sponsorships way too low, especially their top tier sponsorship. When I see an organization where their top tier sponsorship amount is $5,000 or $10,000, what that tells me is that with all of the assets of your organization, with all of the value of your organization, the most it's worth is $10,000. There's no way. But that's what you're indicating to your sponsors, right? That's what you're indicating to your sponsors is that everything we could possibly give you as a sponsorship benefit could equal $10,000. I want you to 10x that number. And if you're having trouble going from assets to sponsorship benefits to that number, then start with that number. And I want you to think about for a second, if I told you you had to have a sponsorship level, an annual sponsorship level at $100,000, I want you to think about all the benefits you could give to make it worth $100,000 to a corporate sponsor. I want you to just brainstorm everything. That's like a backwards way of asset mapping if you're having trouble starting with the assets. Okay? If you want to learn more about asset mapping and you want to be walked through this process, come join me at my free webinar, How to Raise More from the Right Funders Without Hounding Them. I bust some major myths and I actually walk through my entire funder matching process, which includes asset mapping on the webinar. You get the full blueprint. And then if you're interested, you can learn more about Power Partners Formula, the course as well. But it is 45 minutes of gold. So you definitely don't want to miss it. I hope to see you there. Thank you for all the amazing work that you do. And I hope to see you here again soon.